I still see it as clear as day my first day. It was early June and I was just 2 years old. I'd never been away from my parents for more than 5 minutes prior to this. I was thrilled to be going to school and I was so excited. I had my little backpack and both my parents were with me. And then they said, "Okay, bye, love you." I didn't know what to say. I was very confused by this. I was too attached and I cried. Miss Lisa Cuomo was my teacher and she understood not only my dilemma, but also my parents, who were also crying. I will never forget when every day, as soon as I was dropped off, she would hold me up over the fence, let me say goodbye for a second time. I stayed in this class until August, when I moved to this campus. The opening day I will never forget. The teachers released Doves as a sign as an eco-friendly school, and I saw those doves as a sign for a long, beautiful journey ahead of me. They were released at the same time I started, and I wonder where they are today. If they were here, what would they do, and are they watching me up here now? For the next 2 years after this, I was a seedling in the classroom with Miss Lisa Cuomo and Miss Kathy, as my teachers of whom I thank so dearly. When I began primary, I was even more afraid. I felt older but still felt so young. But eventually I worked past those fears, thanks to Miss Debbie, Miss Jenna, Miss Sylvia, and Miss Maria. They not only helped me get over these fears, but they really sparked an interest in learning at such a young age. When I graduated kindergarten, I began in the Magnolia classroom. I no longer felt on top as I was now a first grader and young in a class with people as old as third grade. First grade was really where I stepped out of my comfort zone, as we had field trips and actual assignments. Miss Sonia and Miss Christina are really who I have to thank for this. Miss Sonia was always there for me and understood my worries. If I ever needed anything, I could always go to her. She taught me math, and I think she is what really sparked my interest in it. Miss Christina always pushed me and helped me persevere through my work. Through those 3 years, I had 3 co-teachers who I also want to thank for always being an extra hand and keeping me focused. After I graduated, even though I was a 4th grader and not the oldest in our class, I felt like I still was. That year I really pushed myself academically, and this was the year I also became friends with most of the people up here today. All the 3rd years all moved into one room, different from before where we were separated into 3. The next year, our classes were separated again, and though I enjoyed all the close friendships I was making, I felt that the separation was good. We still saw one another daily, but it was a bit calmer. There were not as many kids in the room, and that also helped me grow. Over the next 2 years, I really developed a love for history. I enjoyed learning about it and writing about it. This is all thanks to Miss Jen, Miss Jackie, Miss Judy, Miss Stephanie, and Mr. Jimmy. After graduating 6th grade, I didn't think I could grow anymore, physically and mentally. In the last 2 years, I have immensely matured, pushed myself, and developed friendships I will never forget. This year especially, I gave it my all. To conclude, I'd like to thank people. First, I want to thank all my teachers who have gotten me here today. Miss Veronica, you stepped in at the final hour, and you saved us all. You have helped me immensely, and I cannot thank you enough. Your passion for teaching is very inspiring. Mr. Matt as well, for really helping me grow in writing and word choice. I feel that I have really shown growth in that area over the last 2 years. Also for always being someone I can go to, and I know I can always trust you if someone is bothering me. I also want to thank Miss Emily for not only teaching our science this year, but our math. No matter how absurd my questions are, I really appreciate that you do consider them and take the time to talk about them, even if there is no possible solution. To Miss Jill and Miss Lynn, I must also thank you for relighting my fire and love for music. Finally, I'd like to thank Miss Jackie. She has known me since 4th grade, and she has been an incredible teacher ever since. She has also been my advisor this year, and I thank her so much for taking the time to help us build our own road for success. Next, I'd like to thank admin. Miss Amy, you have known me since I was little, and you always have been there for me. If I ever want to take a break from class, I always go to you and Miss Letty, and we always have great conversations. Thank you to Miss Lisa for not only running our school, but for teaching me as a young child, and thank you for all the diaper changes. I also want to greatly thank Miss Bubbly. You have not only made this incredible environment for a school, but you have treated me like family. You've always asked me for my opinion on things, and I love that so much. I know I can be open to you if I have something to say or just need someone to talk to. Next, I'd like to thank all my friends and fellow graduates. You guys have been my favorite part of this last year. First, Aves, I need to thank you for being there for me the last 11 years. You're a family to me. Jakey, Wakey, Eggs, and Bacon. You and I became brothers, and we met in first grade, and we've been close ever since. We make each other laugh just at a look. Patchy, you and I have gotten really close over the last few years. And if I ever need someone to cheer me up, I know I can always go to you. Though you and I got really close in fourth grade, and then we got put in separate classes. The last 2 years we have been back together, and I am so thankful. King Ryder, I was your shadow buddy in 5th grade, and ever since I knew how great a friend you would be. You're very mature and very funny, and you have an incredible sense of humor. You're very smart, and you always know how to make everybody laugh. Lighty up. I didn't really know you until the last 2 years, but you're very funny, and you don't sleep, but you still get all your work done. Daniel, I have also known you for the last 11 years, and you are so funny, so kind, and you have such a great presence about you, and it's infectious. Avery Bruiser, we didn't meet until 5th grade, but ever since we have always clicked. I know I can always go to you if something is bothering me, and you do the same to me. You're so funny, and you always make me laugh. Also to all the rising 8th graders, Alex, Lucy, Emma, and Jack. And Elle, sorry. Thank you all, and you always make me laugh, and you make school more enjoyable. I love you all so much, and I will miss you so greatly next year. Finally, I'd like to thank my parents. You guys are the reason I have this beautiful school in my life. Without you guys, I don't know where I'd be now. You and the rest of our family have always been there for me, whether it is coming to an event or helping me push myself. You guys are always there to support me, and I can't thank you enough. Thank you to everyone, all the teachers, all my friends I have made over the years, and my family. I love you all so much, and you don't know what you mean to me. Though I will never be able to replicate what I have had here, I hope I can try my best next year. I will be attending Oxbridge Academy, where I hope I can take all I have learned from here into my new school. Thank you all so much for being here today, and thank you to everyone who has gotten me here.